Hey, I want to take some time tonight to address one or two questions here that I got in an email the other day. One of the questions is a question I get quite often. It comes up in my comment section a lot. I get emails on it. And that question is, why aren't more gun channels more vocal politically or in other circumstances where people should be taking a stand to do the right thing? Why don't they speak up more? Well, I'll answer that here in a second. And the other question I get quite often is, why is someone who's as smart as you and as articulate as you and as obviously good looking as me, why isn't my channel much, much larger? Well, there's a reason for that, and it's got a lot to do with the question of why don't more channels speak out? A lot of people out there know me, know that it's not hard to get me to tell you what I think. It's a lot harder to get me to shut up than it is to get me to tell you what I think. A lot of people end up having to put their fingers in there and hum while I finish, just finish blabbering. And because of that, my channel's not as big as it could be. And there is a very good reason why it isn't bigger. And that reason is the answer to the other question about why more gun channels don't speak up. The reason is you people. And yeah, I mean you people. You can take it as I'm pointing my finger at you, or you people, as in ugly people. It's you people out there. You're fickle. You're a bunch of fickle bitches. I hate to break it to you. It's just the way it is. But here's the good thing about that. That's kind of the way it is with the entire internet generation. They're very fickle. And gun people are no different than everybody else. I know a lot of people would like to say gun people are all a bunch of right-wingers. They're a collective little group. They're not like anybody else. They're just right-wing and they're crazy and blah, blah, blah. That's not true. They're just like everybody else. We come from all types of people, and therefore we represent the community as a whole pretty evenly in a lot of ways. And in being fickle, we definitely do. A lot of the people who watch gun channels, every person out there that runs a gun channel can tell you this. They always have someone every day almost that'll say, oh, I agreed with you on this, and this until today when you said this, so I can't agree with you anymore. I'm unsubbing. It's like you can say 10 things and they'll agree with 9, and then that are very important things, and then at the end you can say, and I don't care for Nutter Butters. And they'll be like, oh my God, Nutter Butters are the best, you're a moron, and I can't support you anymore. That's just how fickle people are. So that's why channels don't speak out. If you look at my numbers of subs, I've got about 300,000 subs. These numbers are a week or so old here, but I just happen to have them. You can look and see I'm around 300,000 subs. A lot of people will say, oh, aren't you worried about getting popular there? Not really, because I think my videos usually take care of that. I don't have to worry about getting too popular, especially lately. But you can see I've got about 300,000 subs. But if you look at how many subs I've actually racked up over the history of my channel, it's quite a bit higher. It's twice that high. And you're like, well, why would you be losing almost half the subs you've ever gotten? Well, and that's the case. If you look at this chart here, I've lost about half the subs I've ever made. That's not a normal rate of people dropping off your channel. What it is, people sub, and then I say something that pisses them off because I don't agree with them on 10 out of 10 things, and then they unsub. Other channels don't want that number. They don't want the number where people unsub. They just want the sub number. And they want to lose like maybe 5% of those people, not 50. So they keep it safe. They don't say anything controversial. Back when the NRA was an asshat and I was one of the few people calling them out, it hurt me. But I wasn't going to change my mind because I was right. And then once the ball started rolling and more people started realizing what asshats the NRA was, other gun channels got a little more vocal and they started being willing to jump on the bandwagon. After a couple of bigger channels, actually started realizing they were jerks and started joining what I was saying, other people started getting on the wagon. But I was saying it way before, and I was losing subs because of it. I was losing support because of it. But I wasn't going to change my tone because I don't worry about subscribers. A lot of channels want to be successful. They want to stay on the air. They want to be visible. They want to be popular. It's a popularity contest. That's what YouTube is. The more popular you are, the more successful you are. So they don't want to say things that drive people away. I know a lot of you out there think, well, the gun channel guys are all like me. They're right of center, and that's not true. Most of the gun guys I know personally are kind of middle of the road people. They're kind of moderates. And some of the ones you think are right-wingers, big old country boy right-winger, they're very left-wing and don't think much of you. But, you keep thinking what you want to think, they'll let you think it as long as it keeps them popular. And I don't see anything wrong with wanting to be popular on the YouTube. Like I said, it's kind of the point. If you want to be successful, you got to be popular. Me, I'm happy just being pretty. I don't have to be popular too. So I'm willing to take up the slack. I'm willing to say things that other people might not be willing to say right away. I have found that usually time bears me out. And a lot of people usually come over to my side, like with the NRA. So I have no problem being vocal. But if you're wondering why other channels won't be vocal, it's because they don't want you turning on them. And a lot of you would. A lot of you are strong enough to accept that, we disagree on some things. Okay, but I still want you on the air. A lot of you aren't. I would say it's about 50-50. So if you look at my numbers, it kind of supports that. So that's why. That's why they don't speak out. And, you shouldn't look at all of them to do it, because a lot of them just want to be on the air and they want to be successful and they want to support the Second Amendment. They want to be a visible representative of the Second Amendment community. And I think we all want that too. So what we do is we leave it up to people like me who really don't care what people think of them to take up the slack. And I am more than willing to do that. Like I said, I'm happy not being popular, just being pretty.